everyone, Linda Israel here, and I'm continuing on with my different colors of junk journal pages. That is basically, I'm doing the whole rainbow, and I've got this color, which is green, and one more to do. I'll quickly show you what the other pages look like that I've made. So here is my red page, and again I have a tutorial for this, and I always make a mop-up page that's going to become a page in the journal. Here's the orange page, and it has an image from Calico Collage, Nature's Glory in here. Some little tags. Then we have the sunflower yellow page that also had images from Calico Collage, and this one was from Sunny Mornings. I had to remember which one it was. This is another journal page that has a pocket in the front and has some mixed media and little pages that fold out. And then here's the purple page I made. My tags are falling out. And then today we're going to make the green page. So I've got an image from Calico Collage here, and this is from the Garden Fresh. I have some fabric. I have an old newsletter that I'm going to use for part of this page. So let's get started. I think the first thing I want to do is I want to add some Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist to these pieces of paper. So let me get my spray box. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm laying this in my spray box, and then I have a stencil that is some leaves that I made on my Cricut. I have these available in my shop. And then I've got a couple of colors, maybe 3 of Tattered Angels, just because I like the different hues. And I've got Moss, Tangy Lime, and Limeade. And I'll have a list of the items that I used in the description box, so definitely check that out. And if you order, or when you order, from Tattered Angels Canvas Corp brands, let them know how you found out about me, about the ordering. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm shaking these up just a little bit, and I'm going to spritz this all over. I'm doing this because it'll give it a little bit darker hue to the page underneath. Adds a little texture as far as the print is concerned. And then I'm going to take the journal page and lay that on top of the stencil to soak up all that extra Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. And if you see that it changes this background and makes it a little more green than it is. I'm going to go ahead and spray part of this one. I know that this side over here I plan to cover on that side, so I'm just going to spray this side really quick like, and I'll mop up that excess. I'll dry my pages so that I don't have to worry about them ripping in the next 2 steps here. This is going to be the inside of my junk journal page, and the size of this page is based off of a swap that we do inside my group, the Friendly Junk Journal people. We make them 8 inches tall by 10.5 inches wide, and that's the size we've chosen for swaps. And what I plan to do is I've got some scraps and strips of fabric here, and I want to place these on here so that I can get a couple of pockets. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of lining this up where I'm pretty sure that I want it, and I'm going to trim off the excess over here. And what I'm going to do, I plan to sew, but I want to have this in place when I go to my sewing machine so I don't mess up. So I'm just going to take the Scrap Perfect's Best Glue Ever. My labels wore off. I got to put a new label on this one. And I've got the No Clog writing cap here. So what I'm going to do is put just a little bead right across the bottom here. And just a tiny bit up the sides. If you're not sewing, then you're just going to be very generous and put a good amount on here. So I'm just going to slide this down a little bit. And I know that I want this to be low enough that I can put that journal card in here. So we're going to go right about there and adhere this into place. So that'll make sure that I have enough room that it won't be sticking out the top of my page. I'm going to set that aside. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to my sewing machine and stitch across here, and that will attach it to this page and I don't have to worry about things coming through the bottom. Alright, so this is stitched across the bottom here, so that's secured into place. And then I have another piece of fabric. This time I had a scrap that I put right on top just because I wanted a little more contrast so you see all the different colors on this page. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to adhere it down with a little bit of the glue on 3 sides, and then I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and we will stitch these together. So I'm just going to use that non-clog writing cap right on the edge of the fabric. If I wasn't going to sew, I would just make sure to put enough glue on here to adhere it together, but I want to sew. I'm going to go all the way around this piece and come right back. I have sewn all the way around the piece, and that's attaching these little pockets on here. And while I was at it, I took the Calico Collage image and I sewed just some little tabs on either side. And then I had a scrap of cardstock, and just for fun, I attached a scrap of fabric. This was cut in a wonky circle, and I thought, well, it's just kind of cute. I'll put it in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half, and this piece is going to go here for a pocket. So we're going to use some of this glue. Now this time, I want to make sure that I put a generous amount of glue down the sides. So I'm making a little bit thicker bead, and I'm going to do 3 sides, and this will become a pocket. Now I made this pocket just slightly smaller than the page, just so that we have clearance when the pages are folding together. Now I know that I want there to be a pocket on this side over here where I'm going to attach this page to this page, and then we'll have a pocket right here on the side. So what I'm doing now is I'm just kind of lining these up and looking at it. And I think what I want to do is I'm going to make a bead of glue across here and here and here on 3 sides, and then that will attach these 2 together. So because I attached these on this side over here, now when I open up this page set, I have this page, a place to write, a pocket here, open this up, and we have pockets here, and then we have a pocket here. So I'm letting that glue dry. It takes it just a few minutes. And while we're waiting on that glue to dry, so I don't put anything in the pockets yet, I'm going to take some, I just like doing it. It just adds a little bit of glitz. It's the Dimensional Fabric Paint, and it's by Tulip, and I've got the small, no, is this the medium? No writing cap. And I'm going to go in here and add a little sparkle on these herb heads, and then that'll give this a little neat texture to it. I'm barely touching it to the page, so there's just a little bit of sparkle that's coming out. Well, that's going to take a few minutes to dry. I'll let that dry and I'll be back. The glitter is just about completely dry. There's a couple of spots that hasn't dried all the way, but it's enough that I can touch it and not worry about it smearing. And I know you probably can't see it as well as I do, but I just love the way it sparkles on here. So looking at this, this is going to be my page. So let's start adding some journal cards. So I have just a little piece of cardstock that I attached a couple pieces of fabric scraps. I also made an altered paper clip just by adding a piece of fabric. I thought that would look cute. Paste it on there so you can write on both sides of this. Then we have the little tab here, and flip it over, and then you have writing space here. Inside this pocket, I have a piece of stationery that I just thought was pretty because it had flowers and had a little bit of a green background. that I thought could go here. And then I have a little journaling card. This is a page out of a gardening book. And I just thought, well, it's kind of neat. It's got a little bit of flowers. I don't know if you noticed that all of my pages, the different colors that I made, they had flowers in them somewhere. So I'm trying to continue with that. I just was feeling my page and there's a little sticky spot here where the glue seeped out. So I'm going to use my Perfect crafting pouch, and that's just this little pouch that has a special powder in it. And I'm going to rub it over where it was sticky, and that will remove any sticky residue. So I'm just wiping away any excess powder, and it's not sticky anymore right there. It's nothing like having a sticky page and then it end up tearing. So then we're going to open this up, and we've got pockets here. So this time I had some scraps of fabric that I thought would be kind of cute on the top of this journaling card. It could also double as a pocket if you turn it the other way, but I wanted to be able to see the fabric, so I'm putting that at the top, putting this one here as well. And then I made a couple of little tags. These were just scraps left over, and so I have this tag punch by Paper Studio that has 3 different sizes in it. I just think that's really handy. And even if it is smaller than the size, if you slide it in gently and keep it straight and punch, you can still punch your tag. So if it's a little bit smaller, you can still use it. And I thought these would be kind of cute stuck in this other pocket. And there's room to add more. And then on this side, there's nothing other than the glitter, but I made this little booklet. So this is a junior legal notepad paper. So this is just a little junior legal notepad. And I sprayed it with Tattered Angels with the stencil. And then I put a piece of cardstock as the backer and just sewed a piece of fabric across the top. You could staple this together. You could wrap it with washi tape and attach it that way. And I'm going to slide this right inside here. So there is my green junk journal page. I hope you like seeing this, got some ideas of maybe using up some of that fabric stash that you have, clever ways to layer things and get more on your page with pockets. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friend. Comment below what you thought about this page, the green page. I have one more, which will be the violet page. And then I will start working on making the journal, and we'll share that as soon as I've got that completed. I'm also working on a workshop, an online workshop, where I will show how to make all aspects of a journal through that workshop. If that's something you're interested in, just comment below, interested in the workshop. If you can go even further, and email me, and I will tell you the email address. It sounds really weird, but this is what it is. Email me at lindaisrael.com. So that's EMAILME at LINDAISRAEL.com. I will not put it in the description box because you end up with bots and they capture your email address and you get spam. So I don't put it where it's easily accessible, but I will show it on the screen so that you can send me an email if you're interested in a workshop. Alrighty, well, that is my green page. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. Check the description box for links for the Tattered Angels products, as well as the Scrap Perfect stuff and the Calico Collage images that I use. And thanks so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate all your likes, your comments, your shares, and subscribing to my channel. It greatly helps me be seen by other people as well, and I hope that you find this inspiring and that you enjoy my videos. Again, thanks so much. Have a fabulous day. Bye.